Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo and this is the War of Three Oceans. In the last episode, we developed all the technology necessary to build a mighty cruiser. The 1940 cruiser hull is now at our disposal. So, we will duplicate and we will first build a 40... This is going to be a CL, which is the heavier kind of cruiser, I believe. This is going to be effectively operating as a capital ship cruiser. So they are fast, it's got good max range, uses quite a bit of fuel. But let's whack some of these big-ish heavy cruiser batteries onto it. Now the problem, of course, is we have a better hull, but we don't have the better guns yet. So there is an argument to be made that we shouldn't build these until we actually research this better hull, these better guns. It's an argument I'm going to discount. We don't have the We don't have the technological capacity right now to be doing that kind of research. So we're going to base it off these. Room to duplicate it. I didn't mean to do that and rename it. Oh well. This is a 40 CL cruiser. Give me some big, heavy cruiser batteries, please. Need some good heavy attack. Nice. And we've got the level 2 anti-air. We've got the level 2 fire control. And we've got radar. Nice. Pretty cheap in terms of production costs as well. We will be whacking... Well, this is the CL, so it doesn't need a big engine. It's just going to be moving quite slowly. Let's go with... How is the reliability of these two compared to each other? They are as reliable. Do I want to go with the cruiser engine 3? We don't need the speed boost, because we're not going to put that many of these heavy batteries on it. And 34 is plenty to keep up with most of our battleships we're currently using. I do want... I don't think we need... He doesn't need much surface detection, actually. So maybe we don't need radar on here. I mean, it's not that expensive, but why expend the expense if we don't need it, right? Yeah, the other thing we should do, actually, is we should save it when it just has some... Ah, no, because the other one won't want to be... Never mind. Ignore me. So some medium batteries and some decent rapid-fire guns. And we're going to keep it kind of balanced on guns, so it can attack some light vessels and some heavier vessels, although we should probably go with the bigger of the light guns. And we will want some more anti-air as well. It will have some decent secondary batteries, which will up its light attack, and it is going to have really good armor. So now it's getting a bit slow. Maybe we do want to put the cruiser engine 3. It's only another 90 expense. Does up the fuel usage, but this is going to be in a strike force, so its fuel usage isn't nearly as big of a concern as if this was going to be our scout. Do we want another... I think we do. We're going to reduce its light attack in exchange for more anti-air, because I'm expecting these guys to be doing some, at least, of the heavy lifting when it comes to fighting off enemy aircraft. Okay, doesn't need very good surface detection, because, again, it's not going to be scouting. This is a ship-of-the-line cruiser. Save it up. Looks pretty good to me. You can name them after... Sure, name them after cities. Great. They cost 7,200, which is half as much as our battleship. And let's compare the two. You are not a shield. You are a big gun boy. So in terms of damage output, 55 heavy attack, 36 piercing. So he has got slightly less than half as much at half as much expense, but he's also got some fairly decent light attack and some decent anti-air, where this guy has much less anti-air. Armor is obviously much weaker because it's cruiser armor rather than battleship armor. So organization is about the same. Got better range though, and look at that speed difference. These guys are going to be able to enter and exit combat much faster than these huge BBs that we've built with these vast custom modules like that. These vast huge guns that we put on them. We could also do with... We are going to update all our ships at this point. It's going to be a bit ship editing heavy episode. Okay, we're also going to probably want to retrofit a lot of our ships, because I think changing the anti-air emplacements that ships have is relatively cheap. Okay, I think that's everything for him. Now we're going to need a detecting cruiser. So he wants to be much smaller guns, because we want them to be super fast. So we're not going to give them... Well, maybe we still make it a capital ship class. So we give it one heavy gun. But I want them to be quite a bit cheaper. I'm still going to give it good armor. And this one is going to want to have radar. Unfortunately, I can't give it radar and sonar. I guess the destroyers can handle the sonar. And he will want... Oh no, I can put sonar here instead of fire control. Yeah, I want them to be good at sub-detection too. And he will have the anti-air. So he's a lot cheaper. 30% cheaper so far. And he's going to have... These are very inexpensive. He's going to have 2 of those. His surface detection is out of control. And what should I put on here? I could put even more. Yeah, this guy just... He finds enemy ships at an ungodly rate. This is a 40 scout. Save him up. Now, do we want to build a 40 CA, a light cruiser? It's 40... we've been calling them screens. I think I do. I think I do want a screen cruiser as well. So what do we change for a screen cruiser? It doesn't need the good engine. It doesn't need these at all. We just want to put some torpedo launchers on him. I can put them here as well, I think. Yeah, the screens want that massive torpedo attack. And more anti-air. We don't need the catapult aircraft. They don't need sonar. They definitely need fire control. They don't want any larger guns. I think that's everything. They don't need the detection, actually. So we can make them slightly cheaper by removing that radar. That looks good to me. And you are a very much a shield ship. Good. That's the 1940 screen. Did I just update the other one I did? I did. I'm an idiot. Darn it. Ah! That's unfortunate. Oh well. Duplicate. This is going to be the 40... What was the other one? The detection one, right. This is a 40 scout. Which just gets mad aircraft facilities for absolute days. And it's going to have... I do want it to have 1 heavy cruiser battery. Maybe we do give it weaker armor. Make it faster. No armor? No, that'd be too much. Big engine. Can't afford it right now. Ah. We'll have to build it bit by bit. But yeah, that's the scout for now. And it's going to be capital ship class. Can I afford another 3? I can. I think I can throw on... Oh, no, we can't do that yet. Okay, save that up. Good. So that's the... Right, the scout should, of course, get the scout icon. Good. Well, at least the cruiser and the screen are ready to begin production. So, no more of those. That's a cruiser, right? Yeah. And you... No, that's a destroyer. I should have the destroyers all next to each other. We haven't been building any screen scouts yet. That's interesting. Anyway, I wish this icon showed here, by the way, when it was minimized. That would be helpful. So we're going to want to build 1940 scouts. No, the scouts are the only ones that aren't ready. 1940 ship of the line and 1940 screens. Great, and we'll put them next to the existing ones, just under them. So those 3 are going to fall down into these 2. I want you to get some progress, and we're going to reduce... We're going to immediately start production on these. We'll reduce some destroyer screen production in favor of getting these done quicker. It's going to cost more iron, but that's okay. We've got iron imports coming out of Manchukuo. There's absolutely no problem. These guys are being done in August. That's actually a bit late now, isn't it? Yeah, so let's put an extra factory on that. And also the iron, once we let a day go. Or is it a... Yeah, once we let a daily tick end. Should sort itself out. July, that's better. Still a bit late compared to these. So, let's knock one off the one in March. No, that's July. Well, this one in March is too early. But if I put 1 factor on it, that'll be way too late. Yeah. How about this? No, it's July. Let's go... Well, this one's being done slightly too soon if we only want one ready by the time. So yeah, that works out okay. And obviously we've got more factories coming in, so... And you're the destroyer scout, that's fine. But make sure the 40 screen is only on one. So those 3 factories, honestly, put them 1 here and 2 into screens. Some decent cruiser screens, I think, are going to be good. And then you can put more back into the destroyer screens. But because they're a tech behind, I don't want to put too much into them now. Okay, we're just short on 1 aluminium. That's fine. Okay, and keep the ships exercising. These are the early sweepers, which means they can go in here. So what happened to my mines? Are they still able to mine? No, there's no mines here anymore. Okay, so mines go away when you go to peace. Good to know. You guys can just return home. I might as well have the mines and the minesweepers in the same spot. Excellent. And we're losing fuel, but we're not going to keep exercising like this forever. Give me 2 more ticks. Plus this tech is going to help a lot with our fuel production. Excellent. Anything else that needs doing just now? Don't think so. Just that support equipment deficit. That's all that's slowing my deployments right now. Okay. So how is my sub-fleet looking? That's what I could do with taking a look at. Got 40 subs in here. Including, and yeah, actually we shouldn't be exercising those because the reliability just doesn't do well with drilling, or whatever you want to call it. We will, I think, deploy a vast submarine force early in the war. So let's do that. Let's make that apparent. Look at that. Glorious, huge force of subs to really devastate any and all allied shipping in the region. And I'd also want them to engage exclusively at very low risk. We just want an automatic split off should be enabled. Yeah, good. And all you guys are going to be flying out of Guangzhou to begin with. Good, and they're moving in to naval base. Excellent. Improved infantry equipment's done. We do need these just to help hold the line, but not first, because first we want production efficiency. I don't know how they could do it, but I'd like it if production efficiency somehow influenced dockyard output. Loving this dockyard output, by the way. Our dominant navy does hurt our mill construction speed something fierce, but the dockyard output is lovely. As is that production decrease there. We are now 1 short on... it's not actually acceptable. We need some convoy production at all times. But yeah, we're ploughing out new dockyards now. So where's next? Here's going to get some more. Where else has more slots that I should upgrade? Probably here. It's got quite... Well, it's only got 3 slots. It's 5 here. No one on land is going to have... Sorry, nowhere in here is going to have that many. Well, there's 5 here. I'm just looking for anywhere with more slots, but I think it's very unlikely we'll find many places. He's got 3. How about Beijing? Now, Beijing has 5, but these guys being higher numbers means that the new techs will influence them more. Let's just do that for now. Good. Really, really industrializing the home islands massively. And yeah, we can just keep sending all these guys to the reserve. That's fine, because we can... again, we'll organize them when we're a few months shy of the war actually kicking off. Should be fine. More free dockyards. Well, this one in June is a bit late. But it's already up to 5, so not much I can do about it. Probably screen cruisers. And sure, get me some more raiding ones, and let's bump that all the way up to the top. Yeah, that looks good. The sweepers, I've no idea how much I'm going to need of those. Maybe I'll be kicking myself because I produced so few. Maybe I'll be overjoyed that I even produced any. Maybe I'll be annoyed that I produced any at all because they're completely useless. We'll find out together. how that goes. You guys should be... What did I decide was my... What's my dockyard defense one? Let's make it that. This is my dockyard defense one. I like standardizing how I make it look. Just so I know what the heck's going on. United Kingdom declared war in Iraq. Okay. They're going to use those focuses then, which probably means they're going to go to war with the Netherlands. I mean, if they go to war with one of them, they'll probably go to war with the others. Which means I don't know what the heck will happen when I declare war on the Netherlands. Maybe nothing? Maybe I won't get a chance because the UK's already done it. They seem to be going fascist. What the heck? I thought we were on historical focuses. They're caved to the Germans. I guess which one of these they take is not determined by whether you're on historical focuses, but rather whether you're on how much trade influence each of them get. Look at that fuel production, daily gain up to 8,000. Very nice indeed. Let's reduce our imports now. Need to get used to remembering which the heck these are. Ah, right, and I would like... I don't want to import more. Yeah, I can get more for free from Manchukuo. Soviet Union. I'm gonna need. Let's go down to. Oh, this is aluminium. Whoops. I thought it was a bit weird that Manchukuo had some oil. Let's reduce that down. There's all with Iran. So, could we invite you to our faction? No, they'd rather join the Pact of Rome. Oh god, this might trigger World War II. Iran might well be about to join the Pact of Rome. Well, tension is high enough. It only needs to be above 40% for non-aligned to join factions. Pact of Rome might not take them, of course, because they're... Oh, wait, the Pact of Rome is these two. Yeah, that could be really weird. Well, they are non-aligned, so they could totally join. That would be interesting. All right, got all those going. Could get the refineries tech. Could get more doctrine, which I think is what I'm going to do. Get those carriers banging on all cylinders. No, we need the decryption. God, there's so many things I need. Ah, it's tricky. Oh, what just happened? Probably a bunch of people joining. Yeah. Also, a bunch of volunteers being sent to Iran. Britain, you're never going to be able to kill Iran. They've got so many mountains. Let's send volunteers to Iran. Good volunteers. I wonder how many we can send right now. 5, right. I'll take one more from these guys then. I'm going to send volunteers with a really good general to Iran because they probably aren't expecting the Raj call. I could send planes as well. I don't think I have the either the fuel nor the plane count to really justify doing that. I'm going to want more of these, but only on a single line. People ready to deploy? Ah, some of my glorious marine forces are ready to deploy. All of them, in fact. It's exquisite. Well, we know we're going to be at war with France now, so let's tweak. This is the main... Who's the main naval invasion force? You are. Right, gonna need those guys in here, please. We're going to need some naval invasion plans tweaking. Yeah, so this one. You're not going to go down here anymore. Instead, you're going to land here. Excuse me. Ah, he was going there, right. You're going to land right here, next to Saigon. With 5 Marines, actually, land on Saigon. With a force, just a pure Marine force. And you can go assigned to this one. He's only got 2 right now, but we'll increase those numbers. I want you to land here, so it's just purely against the Brits. Yeah, that looks good to me. Cool. Is that all the Marines we have coming? Yeah, these aren't going to make any training progress because we don't have the Special Forces cap. Do we have for one of them? We do. Sweet. As we deploy more and more forces, of course, our Special Forces cap will rise. So, Germany, what are you up to now? Well, we can't know. He's going to get lots of volunteers. They haven't called in the Raj, interestingly enough. Maybe they're concerned the Raj doesn't have men in position to defend yet. Don't know if they're that intelligent, though. We've got the right... Yeah, we've got a big naval fortress here. That's cool. Okay. Still exercising a lot. And now we should have enough naval XP to finish off our scout. No, not just start producing it willy-nilly. I want to finish building it. And unfortunately, lots of dockyards I'm repairing right now because of all this exercising. But you got to do what you got to do. So you need a better engine, less armor. Don't really need the fire control systems. You definitely don't need capital ship. No, I do want to have capital ship guns, just so they're a little bit further from enemy destroyer torpedoes if they get caught by an enemy. And you definitely need good sonar. And, sorry, sonar will go here. Radar goes here. Is that everything? I believe so. Save it up. You're the 40 scout, and we do want to produce some of you. Don't need very many of these. But at least some are necessary. Let's take one off here just to help those. Yeah, these guys actually, I think I will bump to the top of the queue so they never get the factories taken away from them again. Let's just steal them off the raiders now and put them straight back once they become available. But yeah, when the ones become needed for repairing, I'd much rather they were taken off sweepers and screens than my destroyers. That will have delayed us by at least 10 days on getting our 36 ships out there, which I'm not happy about. You guys go over here. Good. Now, what should we be doing? We should be upgrading the anti-air guns on lots of these things. So you, for example, you could really do with... I mean, I don't know if... does surface detection affect... I don't think it affects damage or anything. So we don't need to worry about that. Let's just get better anti-air. Better secondary? Is there any point having secondaries on... I think I'm going to remove the secondaries from these carriers. I just don't think it's necessary. They're not going to slow the fleet down at 31 knots. I don't think they need to have radar. So let's save this. Wait, what am I designing it from? I want to be modifying this one. Yeah. Why isn't it letting me... I guess this is... Okay, this is the 36 deck Mark 2. Or, sure, version 2. Better anti-air, no secondaries. Save. And now we're going to... Oh, it did just change it. Good. So this one's now showing as outdated. So only produce one of those. And the next two should be like this. Good. Go straight to the reserve. Do we already produce any of those? I don't think we did. I don't think you contain... No, these are all... well, that one is a 36 deck, so I should be able to upgrade him. The 36 deck V2. Yeah, only costs 500. Pretty cheap. Is it worth it, though, just for better anti-air? Not really. Taking off the secondaries is quite expensive. And there's no really point taking them off, because the only reason we don't have them is to make the overall design cheaper. So, no need to do that. Next. And we should definitely simplify this list so we can look at it more easily. So, next up, the 36 BBs. I would like better anti-air, better fire control, better anti-air. Anything else? They don't need radar. Yeah, this is the 36 BB version 2. Save it up. Okay, so just one of those. And we haven't built any of these yet, so there's nothing to retrofit. We won't be building any more of these, I don't think. By the time it's March 1940, I'm very hopeful that we will have the 1940 battleships wanting to be the ones that we produce. Next up, these 40 screens have it. They already do. Good. It's difficult to tell. Those are both the same hull. Not that they look it. 36 scouts do have some bad stuff. So this is... What was that one? It doesn't change the name of. I'm very confused. And they could do with better fire control, better secondaries, and better aircraft. Save. Now we're onto these ships. So the 36 Scout, but it's not showing as needing upgrading now. Wait, that's not the one I upgraded. What did I just do? I just did the destroyer. We are building some 36 destroyer scouts. This shows anti-air of 1.6. This shows anti-air of 1.6. Oh, but that's because that's the wrong one. What the? I'm so confused. No, it's the cruiser. Oh, I just upgraded the 36 cruiser scout, which we're not using anymore. But we will have a bunch of them. If I just hit, there's no way to just hit upgrade all. So the cruiser scouts. The 36 scouts. Do I have any of those here? Did I never build a single 36 scout? That seems unlikely. But apparently I didn't. Or did I just upgrade the destroyer? No, those are those. Okay. Are they in here somewhere? Did I really not build a single 36 cruiser scout? Seems so unlikely. But it appears to be the case. I didn't build a single one of those. Okay. Well, we can merrily decommission that then. Cruiser scout. And this is definitely a cruiser. Yeah, cruiser. No, thank you. 36 screen. Definitely have some of those. So let's upgrade those. Switching out fire control systems, I think, is pretty cheap. Secondary battery switch out would be very expensive by comparison, because you have to remove 180 production costs and then add 240. So I think we won't bother with that. But these are screens, not... right, into here. Because it's already existing, it's asking me to rename it. Good way to know that you're doing it that way. Okay, this is the 36 screen of version 2. And you don't need sonar or radar. And you do need better AA there. Save. Now, we can decommission the old 36 screen. Where's it gone? Oh, it just automatically made outdated the old 36 screen. Okay, so do we have... Where do we have some 36 screens? None in there. Any in here? None in there. Probably all in the reserve then. Yeah, so these two can now be upgraded to the 36 screen Mark II. It's going to cost 1,400. That's not nothing. Still, 19 days with 10 dockyards. It's not that bad. Let's do it. I think it's worth it. Anything else in here? No, good. Obviously not need to do the subs. Good, okay, next up is... Do we really want to bother with the destroyers? I mean, they'd be super cheap. The anti-sub ones don't need upgrading because I haven't invented the better anti-sub depth charges. Although, they do need upgrading because we need to throw on... I could throw on another sonar. They could have radar too, is what I was thinking. But they don't really need it. No, I'm not concerned about the anti-sub warfare ones. The 1936 screens could definitely use the upgrade because there's so many of them. And they must be cheap to upgrade to. It's going to make me rename it. Yes, good. 36 screen V2. And they're going to want, especially that much better fire control system is going to help them throw out lead with these light batteries. Not that I know if it's made out of lead or whatever. Anyway, save that up. Just one more of those. And then start making the screen V2s with the same number of factories. Good. Is that everything? I think so. There's no change I'd really make to the subs, I don't think. I have got them being made really cheaply. I could throw on an extra torpedo tube. Yeah, let's make the new ones like this. We're not going to change the old ones. But this is the new 36. We'll call it a raid from now on rather than raiding. The ing is kind of superfluous, I think. Cool. Good. So just one more of those. Then throw on this. Put it right behind that one. Same number of factories. Good. And then as the ships arrive in port to be retrofit. And yeah, are there any others we need to retrofit? Yeah, the destroyer screens need retrofitting. These ones. Destroyer level 2 screens. So all of those, please. Oh, and that one. Is that all of them in this list? These ones above are all level 2? Yeah. All need upgrading. Oh, it's expensive. That's quite expensive, actually. No, I'm not going to retrofit for that kind of change. That's not good enough. I mean, 7 days is not very long still, but... No, I'm not going to bother with that. Maybe the scouts. The scouts should be cheaper to retrofit, I think. The scout V2s. Did I not make Scout V2s? Oh no, I just overwrit it. Okay, yeah, and that takes 5 days. It's easy money. Yeah, go for it. And are there any in here? Shouldn't be. There's some in here, maybe? No. And no. Okay, now let's just let them all get to port, and then once they're in port, it shows up at the bottom of the list, like this. There's something that needs doing. Ooh, divisions have arrived in Iran. Well, they do have some defenses on that front, actually, so let's instead just get ready to see if we can take the Suez Canal off Britain. Why can't I put an offensive line here? That's bizarre. Well, what do you reckon? Might as well give them a field marshal. You can be assigned a trait. Ah, yes, infantry expert. Well, we might as well let that guy leave. And if they build a larger front, then we'll have more of a chance. What do we got? Some more port defenders. And another 40 width. Go down here. Just 2 assigned there. Yeah, good. Okay. So, how's the US doing? Oh, they're finally continuing the New Deal, which means they don't know which one they're going to go for. Probably neutrality if we're in historical mode, but let's see. It's a big deal. They're starting to actually wake up. Non-aggression back with the Soviet Union. Come on, Soviets. Accept, 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 accept. Yes! Non-aggression back with the Soviet Union. That's excellent, excellent news. We're going to bypass the Philippines. For sure. It's the way to do it, I think. Okay. What do we got now? Some more 20 widths. I think I haven't put a second one down here yet. I am correct. Good. Those radars all up. Nice. Not that they're very good yet, but still worth having, worth having. Once Iran capitulates, that's when these guys are really going to be able to start making some moves. So Iran hasn't joined the Pact of Rome yet. Oh, and they've engaged on the Eastern Front. Oh, and they're getting pushed back hard. Okay, let's see what we can do. I was saying, you know, what you're doing, Britain, you're never going to be able to beat Iran. They absolutely are. I forgot about the border with Italy, with India. It's going to split Iran's forces so badly. I think we're up to 2 defenders on all these islands now. You're going up to 2. You're going up to 2. You're at 2. You're at 2. You're at 2. Okinawa needs a second one. And I think, yes, Taiwan will need a second one. But hey, we can still fight them in the hills and all that to try and slow their defeat. Would I rather fight over here in the hills or over here? Probably over here. Because if the British push to here, they'll capitulate and our volunteers will come home without us ever, you know, actually getting encircled and killed or whatever. Which is always good to try and avoid, being encircled and killed. Alright, so these guys are now all here, and we just want to throw them to the top of the list. You can tell they are being retrofitted rather than the other thing, because I do know this. There's a way. I forget what it is. There's some kind of difference. Yeah, the background is grey, not blue. So that's sweeper, grey background. That's a normal building one. This grey background, that's a retrofit. The deck ones are no longer got their factories. What's going on? Oh no, there's the new deck ones. Okay, okay, okay. Don't panic. Where's the other deck one? Old, outdated one. Oh, it's finished. Nice. Which means we're producing these. But, actually, hold up on that a sec. I want to get these done. I want to get these retrofits finished. So what we'll do is we'll just put all these down to one factory and then back up to whatever they were, in order to get these retrofits just kind of, you know, out the door as soon as possible. It takes a very short period of time for most of them. These cruiser screens are going to be the most expensive. There's a peace conference? Oh, Iran, right. Sorry, Iraq, not Iran. If it was Iraq, then we'd be rather failing in our duty as volunteers over here. We might put too many men, be at risk of putting too many men here. Oh, they puppeted them. They're supervised state now. No, they're actually a puppet. Alright, I think we're up to 20 widths. Like, use. We've got all the 20 widths we need now, I think. I don't want to lose this radar. So fine, I'll make that one a 20 width. Sorry, a 40 width. Anywhere else? Oh, piercing capped shell. Nice. Oh my god, I could rush that. Probably not smart. Well, it's 1939, which means it is time for better artillery. But, you know, this is a war that we will win at sea. Could make it only 150 days for those, but I don't know. I think it's better to get these torpedo attacks upgraded. And I am going to invest the naval research in it. Because torpedoes are so key to our victory. And at some point, I swear, I'll do this research and figure out what the hell a torpedo cruiser is. It's probably just a cruiser that has more potential slots for torpedoes. That's my guess. Alright, this line should now be solid as a rock. I don't think they'll be able to break that. We'll see. Unfortunately, of course, they'll probably break from the other side. God, that's a lot of Italian and German divisions showing up, though. That's going to really slow down the Allied attacks. We need a research slot to be free when this one finishes. But this episode has gone way long, so I should call it. I am enjoying this campaign. I'm liking the whole, you know, kind of different approach with a much more intense effort going into designing different types of ships. It's really good. I like it. All right, I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you ever so very, very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.